Monday afternoon, everybody. This is Grace, and the traffic is exceptionally slow today, so I'm in no threat of running into anybody. But, yeah, because the person in front of me is going really slow. I think he's on his cell phone. And I'm paying attention to the road, so, yeah. But anyway, I'm thinking today about people who date when you're in your 40s or even your early 50s, how bad it is and how it truly is awful. Anyway, I'm on my way to get my second pair of glasses. I got the readers that are for reading for a computer. And I'm on my way to get the other ones that are for everyday, long distance. You know, I'm nearsighted, so it's for farsighted. Anyway, back when I was dating, I quit dating about 2.5 years ago. I've mentioned that before. But I did quit dating, and because it was, oh my goodness, you know, it was just awful. And it had gotten to the point where I could only see that these men were, that I only dated men, so I can't speak about what it is to date for, date women. I don't want anybody thinking I'm male bashing, because I don't date women, so I can't say. But I am going to say what it was for meeting men. And it really was so much about meeting men who were players, which is a narcissist, you know. It's a type of narcissist. That was definitely it. What is wrong with people today? They're driving so slow. This is a different car. Okay. Oh my God. Now, we'll tell you what I heard from men about what it's like to date women. And it was like a theme for a while. For some reason, men were all saying the same thing. And this was from a dating website, which I would never do again. But it was like they had a script, and they were all saying the same thing, like I said. And it was all about that the women are stalkers. It was unbelievable. You know, it's like one after another was saying that, and they hadn't before, they didn't after that. But it was just, I say it was a script they were handing around to say this and that, because they were doing the same thing. And it was a bunch of men. I don't live in a small place. I live in a big place. So it was a lot of them, talking to one after another, saying the same. But as I learned about these men who claimed that these women were all stalkers, is a couple of them actually showed some, I guess you'd say, humility or something, and told me what it was. And it's just as I suspected, just exactly as I suspected what they were doing, was that they were dating women. And once the woman had sex with him, plain and simple, once she had sex, he would drop off the planet. Instead of telling her that's all I wanted, or I'm just a player. Of course they're not going to admit to anything like that. That it was all about sex and it was just to get some. So what they would do is they would just disappear, and the woman would think, hey, we had a relationship, so she'd get worried about him and wonder, where he was, and would try to call him, and he wouldn't answer, so she'd get worried. You might go by his house. She'd go by his house if she knew where he lived, or call his work. I heard that same story. She came by my job, she called my job, and I had to get a restraining order against her. That kind of thing is what these men were saying. And it was all because they took the coward's way out. Now, that's not what they call it, no. These men would say, no, we just don't want to hurt the women. We just don't want to hurt them. Bull, you're not thinking about that woman. You were thinking about your supply, and that's it. Your sex. And I learned from knowing, talking to a lot of these men, they basically could go 3 months, around 3 months, and then they would definitely want to have a woman to have sex with, because they really wanted it, they just wanted to get their supply, of sex. So they date the women, dump them. As soon as they get the sex, they'd walk away, not tell the woman, what happened, nothing, and then call her a stalker, because she tried to figure out what was wrong with her. To hear this from one man after another, I wouldn't always hear, like I said, I think 2 men actually told me the score, but I could figure out, read between the lines of what they were doing to these women, and it got to where the point where if a man said anything about a woman, was his last girlfriend was a stalker, or something like that, I immediately knew what he was. He was a player, taking the coward's way out, getting his fix, and then going on. So, and it was just unbelievable. These men seriously were unbelievable with it. And to this day, I mean, that was years ago, you know, and I think, I would say that was about 7 years ago when I heard all these stories. And I can look on that dating website and still see the same men there, the same men still doing it. I'm guessing they're still doing it. I don't talk to them, but they're still there. So, you know, I'm not a healthcare professional provider. It's just my opinion, my thoughts along that line, and read the disclaimer in the description box below this video on YouTube. But anyway, yeah, I saw that so many, and when I say that I can get on there, it doesn't delete your account. So I could pull it up today. I could be at home and just pull it up today, and I would see the same men. You know, the same men. I'm not on it. I'm not looking for dating anybody or anything like that. So, but I know it because I did it before. I looked, and it was the same men doing the same thing. And of course, you know, they kept going for fresh meat every time. It was so disgusting. It really was. Yeah.